Hello, class 6 students. How are you all doing? I hope you all are completely fine at home. So, I hope you all have completed your solutions for chapter 1, that is food, where does it comes from? And today in this video, I'll be taking up the question answers from chapter 2, that is components of food. So, this way you have to start with your question. In this video I'll be sharing you the question answers as in the PDF form. So first we have the indexed questions, and the first question is name the major nutrients present in food. As you all know that we have five major nutrients in our food, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Next up we have question 2, name the some sources of carbohydrates. So, the sources of carbohydrates are anything and everything that contains sugar and starch. So, we have sugar, honey, jaggery, banana, potato, rice, wheat, maize, etc. Question 3, we have milk is a rich source of dash and dash. So, the answer for this question is proteins and minerals. Next, we have question 4, fats are the richest sources of dash. As I have already explained that there are two major sources of energy. First is carbohydrates and second is fats. But to be very precise, I have told you all that fats provides us two times energy as that of carbohydrates. So fats are the richest sources of energy. Next we have question 5, that is mention some sources of fats. So you can see the sources of fats over here. Next is how is excessive intakes of fat harmful for our body. So you all need know that excessive intake of fats leads to obesity. So what happens? The fats get deposited in the lining of our blood vessels, making them narrow, and it would disrupt the regular flow of blood and would put our heart at the risk of a disease. So next up we have question 7, proteins are the dash of the body. So these are the bodybuilding foods. Question 8 is deficiency of protein causes stunted growth and mental retardation in children. Question 9, name the three sources of vitamin D. These are sunlight, milk and fish. Question 10 is green leafy vegetables provide dash. So these provide us minerals. Next up we have question 11, that is vitamin C help the body to fight diseases. So yes, this is true. Question 12, what are dietary fibers? I have already explained to you that dietary fibers helps in the passage of food and waste through the digestive system. It also regulates the bowel movements in our body. So question 13 is a very important question, that is what is a balanced diet. So a right proportion of carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, water and raw fish necessary for maintaining a good health is called a balanced diet. Question 14 is nutrient requirement depends upon the type of work a person does. So it is true, the nutrient requirement is different from person to person. Question 15, we have name two water soluble vitamins. So these are vitamin B and vitamin C. Next we have question 16, that is heating destroys dash very easily. So it is vitamin C. And question 17, overcooking results in the loss of essential nutrients. And question 18, we should throw away excess water left after cooking. Do you agree? So no, we shouldn't waste. We should utilize that water in multi-purpose things. So after the 18 in-text questions, we have the short answer questions. First is name the three good sources of proteins. So these are pulses, meats and eggs. So next up we have always wash your vegetables before cutting and peeling them. Why? Because it may result in the loss of water soluble vitamins, minerals and natural sugars. Next up we have question 3, name the essential components of food. So these are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. And next, what do you understand by protective food? So vitamins and minerals help our body to fight against diseases and protect us from them. So these are called protective foods. Now list 4 minerals which are necessary for a healthy body. So these are iron, calcium, iodine and sodium. Next is what is a balanced diet? So a diet containing all the nutrients, water and roughage in proper amount, and it is necessary for growth and maintenance of good health. Next, is a balanced diet similar for everybody? So no, it depends upon person to person. It depends on age, gender, type of work, etc. Next, we have the long answer questions. What is the importance of water and roughage in our diet? So, water is important for the following three reasons, that is, absorption of nutrients, transportation of nutrients, and maintenance of constant body temperature. And why is roughage important? Roughage is important because it helps in water retention, it helps in proper working of digestive system, and get rid of undigested food from the body. Next up, we have what are deficiency diseases. So these occur due to the lack of nutrients in our diet over a longer period of time. So we have for vitamin A, it is night blindness. Deficiency disease is night blindness. For vitamin B1 and B12, it is beriberi and anemia. An additional information for all of you that vitamin B1 and B12 are collectively known as vitamin B complex. So you are not to be confused with both of these statements. If you are provided with B complex, vitamin B complex, it means vitamin B1 and B12. Next is vitamin C, it leads to scurvy, and vitamin D leads to rickets in children. Next, we have how would you test the presence of starch in a food item? This was an experiment that we have already discussed. What we need is a piece of potato, and we have to put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on it. If it will become blue black in color, it confirms the presence of starch. Now we have question 4, that is name two deficiency diseases caused due to PEM. So basically PEM is protein energy malnutrition that we have discussed. So the two major diseases are kwashiorkor and marasmus. It occurs in children. So its symptoms and causes are described. All right. After that, we have the high order thinking skills. That is, Rima noticed that her mother strained out excess water from cooked rice. Her mother used that water to stiffen her cotton sari. How is it possible? See, the water that is strained out, it is the filtered water that contains starch. As you know that rice is a good source of starch. So, starch water stiffens the cotton sari and gives smoothness and luster to it. Okay. Next, we have it is said that steamed food is healthier than the fried food. Give reasons to support this statement. So, steamed food is healthier than fried food because steamed food contains more nutrients than fried food, and also it is easily digestible. Since most of you have queries in value based questions from the chapter number 1, so as you all are not having your books, so let me show you a box related to value based questions. So what is the content given? Sunil's father never bothered to keep a watch on the type of salt they consume. So it might be iodized, it might be uniodized. So one day Sunil noticed that her sister developed swollen leg. His father took her to the doctor and doctor advised them to use iodized salt. So name a disease which Sunil's sister might be suffering from. So we can easily recognize that swollen neck and lack of iodine leads to goiter. Okay. So the answer for this is goiter. Would you suggest all to use iodized salt? Yes. And do you use iodized salt? So definitely everyone should use iodized salt only. So these are the answers to question value based questions. So this way you have to complete your notebooks with the question answers of chapter 2, and we are done with chapter 2 textual part. So in the next video lecture we would be doing the solutions for chapter 5. Till then, I hope you all complete your notebooks well in time.